What's up, YouTube? I hope you're having an awesome day. My name is Stephanie, and if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, then a welcome, and please subscribe because we're in for a lot of fun. So I haven't made a sit-down video in forever, and I don't know why. I've just been making a lot of vlogs, but you know what? I miss sitting down and having a nice chat, so that's what we're gonna do today. Also, if I talk kind of weird during this video, I just recently had my wisdom teeth pulled, so my face is still a bit puffy from that, and it doesn't feel the best, but you know what? It's fine. So, recently, D23 happened. It's a Disney Expo where they release a bunch of new information that they are going to be doing to the theme parks, and they released a bunch of new information about the theme parks, but I'm going to be talking about all the changes and all the upcoming fun things that are happening to Walt Disney World, because that's my home park. That's the park that I did my college program at, the park that I grew up in. So let's talk about some of the changes, and I want to hear y'all's reaction. Let me know in the comments down below, because there are some big changes happening. I had to write it all down because I cannot remember every single thing that they're doing. So okay, sorry. Let's start off with they're changing a little portion of my home. As y'all know, I did my college program on Main Street. They're changing the look of the theater. So they're basing it off of Will's Wood Theater in Kansas City. And it's gonna be themed like 1920s, like 1920s theater. And that's where Walt grew up after he lived in Marceline, Missouri. So I get why they're changing it and why they're updating it. I looked at the picture and I'm not positive if it totally matches the vibe of Main Street USA. It looks a little bit too fancy, but I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly they're doing on the inside of it, if they're actually like turning it into more of a theater, kind of like how it used to be, rather than just like PhotoPass stuff. And I don't know if they're taking away Tony's restaurant or if they're keeping it there. All I know is that they are changing the look of it, and I don't know how to feel about that because that's my home. Another addition they're adding to the Magic Kingdom is they're putting in the Tron ride next to Space Mountain and the Speedway. So I guess it's going to be kind of like almost sideways because they don't have much room to work with. But from the picture, it looked like the railroad was going to go through the ride, kind of, so that might be a cool like new addition, but that won't be done till 2021, so I think like their 50th anniversary it'll be released. But I am excited about that because Tomorrowland definitely needs something updated because it has not been changed in quite a while, so they need something to bring people over to that section besides Space Mountain. So I'm glad that they're adding something. Isn't for a while, but it's still something to look forward to, so woo. I feel like have I not been focused this whole time? There we go. So they're adding a bunch of new stuff to Hollywood Studios, which I am very excited about because that park has been kind of dwindled down to not very many things to do, if that made any sense at all. Toy Story Land is supposed to be finished in the summer of 2018, so I really hope that that's true because that's something relatively soon. But they're gonna have a new Slinky Dog roller coaster. It's going to be a family-oriented roller coaster, so kids are going to be able to go on it. So that's really exciting because they need, I think, something more for kids to do there. They're also adding like an alien saucer ride, so I don't know if it's going to be more of like a bumper cars thing or if you're just going to go around kind of like how you do in the teacups or something like that. But that sounds pretty cool. Do any of y'all know, are they keeping Pizza Planet or is that under construction, or are they redoing it? I really hope they redo it and make it like a genuine Pizza Planet, like how it looked in the movies. That's what I want to go into. So Disney, if you're watching this, make it happen. I don't know how to feel about this, but they are taking away the Great Movie Ride, and this is happening soon. This is happening August 13th, 2017. That's like a month away. That's less than a month away. They're taking away the Great Movie Ride, and they are replacing it with a Mickey and Minnie themed railroad like ride through kind of thing. And I'm not sure how to feel about it. I'm excited that they're adding a Mickey and Minnie themed ride because they haven't had one, and obviously like that's the basis of Disney is going to be those two characters. But the Great Movie Ride was kind of the only thing that was left that felt like a studio. I didn't really like the update that they just recently did to it, but I'm definitely going to miss that ride. And I also don't like the fact that they're using those weird looking cartoons. Like, I am not a fan of that animation. If you're gonna have a Mickey and Minnie themed ride, you need to have the classics. You need to have the genuine Mickey and Minnie, the one that we're used to, like this. Like, you need to have, like, Mickey. This is Mickey, not some weird malnourished looking mouse running around like crazy. The more I talk about it, the more I'm getting upset about the fact that they're doing this. So maybe I should just stop talking about it and move on to the next thing. If we're still talking about Hollywood Studios, I have to mention Star Wars Land. The official name, I guess, for Star Wars Land is Galaxy's Edge, which sounds pretty cool, and I mean, I'm glad that they're not naming it Star Wars Land, because if you think about that, that's kind of a weird name, like Star Wars Land. So Galaxy's Edge is pretty cool. So in Galaxy's Edge, there's supposed to be 2 rides. So one of the rides is supposed to be a Star Destroyer and Hangar Bar. And the second ride, you're gonna be able to fly the Millennium Falcon. Like, there's some high expectations for that ride. Better be off the chain insane, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, but apparently for those rides, or maybe just the one where you fly the Millennium Falcon, I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be like interactive, where I don't know if it links with your Magic Band or what the deal is, but when you leave that ride, apparently if like a stormtrooper were to come up to you, or if you were just to have an interaction with a certain character, they're supposed to be able to tell what you did on that ride, like how you scored, and then they'll have different interactions with you depending on how well you did with that ride. It's either that, or it'll be able to, like, you'll see how you did, and then that'll help you with like interacting with other guests. I don't know what the deal is, but I know that there's some magic that is going to be happening with that ride. Since we're speaking of Star Wars realmed things, they are supposed to be making a Star Wars resort, or they are making a Star Wars resort, and it sounds amazing. It's supposed to be the most interactive area I think that they have ever made, well, as far as resorts go. But from what it sounds like, there's going to be different characters walking around. That resort is not going to be cheap. But from what it looks like, it is going to be the most amazing experience that you could probably have at a Disney resort. So Disney is supposed to be creating a skyline, which is going to connect a bunch of different Disney resorts to Hollywood Studios and the International Gateway of Epcot. So it just sounds like it's gonna be a more efficient way to get guests from resorts to those certain places. I don't know if they're doing that in place of buses, or if they're just doing it as an addition to, just to make it a little bit more efficient. But it sounds like it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm not sure what it's gonna look like. Like, imagine just like flying pods on a string. Like, I know it's not a string, but like if you're driving and you just see like this pod of guests like going to one park, like what is that gonna look like? That's crazy. But it sounds pretty cool. I'm excited. The resorts that it's supposed to incorporate are the Art of Animation, Pop Century, Caribbean Beach Resort, and then a few other ones. I think they're supposed to be making one more resort kind of near Caribbean Beach, so it'll probably incorporate that one. Okay, so next is Epcot is going to be having some updates pretty soon that I am excited about. Disney's supposed to be making a restaurant that is space inspired. So when you walk into it, you feel like you're dining in space, which sounds pretty cool. So I don't know if it's going to be like more of like a nice sit down restaurant, but it sounds like it's going to be pretty cool, and I can only hope that they're going to have some authentic things to eat. Obviously, they're not going to have food from space because that's not really a thing. But space, like, themed foods. Imagine an ice cream that's like a sherbet. They can make like a sherbet that looks like the galaxy, or like a planet or something. I'm excited. Yeah. So, if you like Ellen's Energy Adventure, or the Universe of Energy, or whatever you want to call it, they are taking that away as well on August 13th. So if you like that ride, you might want to head on over and ride it one last time, because they are replacing it with a Guardians of the Galaxy themed ride, which I'm pretty excited about because I liked Guardians of the Galaxy a lot. So I'm excited about that. I haven't heard exactly what the ride is going to be about, but I'm excited for a new change in that area, that sector. Oh, also, by the way, that restaurant, the space restaurant, is supposed to be over by Mission Space. So they're just renovating? Refurbishing. Let's go with refurbishing. It sounds like they're going to be refurbishing that whole area. But anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm excited about. Ellen's Energy Adventure, they've had it for a while. It's a little outdated. I'm not too sad that that's going away. That's just my opinion. So they are supposed to be adding a Ratatouille, I don't know why I said that with a Texas accent, Ratatouille. They're supposed to be adding a Ratatouille ride in the France Pavilion, and that's pretty cool because they definitely need more rides in World Showcase, so I'm excited that they're adding a ride in France, and it'll be cool that it's Remy themed because, I mean, it's you know, that's cool. Okay, so, I don't know, I almost forgot to say this, but Disney's supposed to be adding a 7th cruise ship to their cruise line series, or boats. You know what I just thought about? I owned a shirt that said Disney Cruise Lines. I've never been on a Disney cruise, but I bought it at Cast Connections one time, and I don't know what happened to that shirt. I haven't seen it in like 2 years. I want to do another either college program or Disney Q&A video soon, so if you have any questions about the college program or about Disney, also let me know because that's going to be my next sit-down video probably. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up because that makes me happy. Also subscribe if you haven't already. You know, who doesn't love a good friend? So yeah, subscribe. I hope you guys have a productive rest of the day and that you are motivated to do something awesome. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you later.